I do, but I was busy tonight. I had a couple margaritas, so my time ran over a little bit, but yeah, I am.
Did you see the glass of wine I've been drinking?
I did see that. I did see that.
So I got a little story
But
for you before we get into your
can
story for the weekend.
can I
Go
tell
ahead.
you that those Bravos had 99% margaritas tonight? Can I tell you that?
That's amazing, and I'm jealous.
I mean, yeah. And if you hear a lot of like background noise because I'm driving through rain and sleet, maybe a little snow mixed in. So,
Oh, fuck. Has it hit already? God damn it.
I mean, but I'm in Evansville, so it's going to hit Louisville around 10:30 or 11, I guess. Well, I'm not in Evansville anymore. I'm like somewhere in between.
Did you meet up with our second favorite Blake?
I met up with my first favorite Blake, but she might be your second favorite Blake.
Yeah, she's moved to second in the line for me.
That sucks. Well, she moved back to my number one tonight.
If she comes around me again, then maybe she'll move up to number one. But for now, she's number two. She's got to bring
I understand.
my kids again.
I understand. She'll be back around eventually, I hope.
That's good. Well, okay, so here's the little story before we get into the weekend and things like that. First of all, again, I want to thank Jeff Simmons for coming on, and I want to thank Jeff MacArthur for coming on, because 2 weeks of Starkweather kicked ass. You know, we haven't done a lot of repeat episodes on murders. We've done 2 on Starved Rock murders, 2 on Ted Bundy, or 3 on Ted Bundy, right?
Yeah, so we've done like 10 on Bundy.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would have technically been 4 if we hadn't died that one podcast.
Yeah, we got kicked off the air that one time.
Yep. And then, let's see, Starved Rock, Bundy, the Starkweather twice. Can you think of any others that we actually did more than 1 on?
Didn't we do 2 on Dahmer? Did you say Dahmer?
Yes, they were far apart. You're right.
Yeah, we did it. I thought we did 2 on Dahmer. Because I fell asleep during one of them.
We did Dahmer from the Adam Walsh perspective, and then we did the Dahmer from the, let's tell the story of Dahmer perspective with John Borowski. But, this was fun. And this was cool because we got to tell the story of Carol Ann Fugate and Charles Starkweather and just kind of speculate a little bit on what happened. I know most people have their minds made up about what happened, but maybe it's not cut and dry. I'm not saying she did or didn't do it. I'm just saying it's possible that she didn't. I'm not 100% convinced either way, but there are a hell of a lot of questions for each side. So we'll leave it at that.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
So you saw the large glass of wine I was drinking. I was very classy tonight. I had a rosé. Had spaghetti for dinner. I got up early today because I had to go to an ultrasound. And I also, I had a nice dinner and put the girls to bed early because they didn't have naps today. I mean, Isla doesn't take a nap at all anymore, and Hazel just fights all of them. She just refuses. So I put them to bed a little bit early, like 7:30ish, and I read them their story. And Isla snuggles up with me, and next thing I know, it's like 8:30 because I passed out.
Damn.
From all the drinking, I passed out and I woke up. I was like, "What the fuck?" I thought you know how you black out, lose time. That's what happened to me.
Yeah, that sucks.
I was like, "I'm gonna."
So what you're saying is the podcast almost didn't happen.
Yeah, I had to wake myself up and get my shit together and composed so I could actually do this podcast, and I'm glad I did. But, yes, so I'm still working on this big-ass glass of wine because it's kicking my ass a lot more than I expected. It's really, not very dry, which means it's easy to go down, but it's very sweet. So,
yeah.
But it's also very strong. I mean, you don't notice it's strong until it hits you. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So usually, whenever I talk to people...
Hold on.
Right.
Sorry, what's up?
I was going to say, usually when we talk about horror adventures, usually it's the movies that I've watched. But this week, we're going to talk about where your horror adventures have taken you. And this is very important because your horror adventures actually physically took you somewhere. So I can't wait to hear the stories of it.
My horror adventures actually took me to Atlanta, Georgia this weekend for my first Days of the Dead and the Peak Chase, which was awesome. But even more so than just going to Days of the Dead in Atlanta, I stayed in the Host Hotel, which was the most amazing experience ever, I think. I'm just from the get-go. We walk in, and my hotel room is like Like, I walk out on the balcony of my hotel room, and it goes right over to the indoor pool with, and it's got fucking pine, or not pine trees, but palm trees and shit. Like, I feel like I walk out onto the damn beach. And it was amazing. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't want to end up going back to Evansville because that would suck. But anyway, so I like that's from the get-go. That's awesome. So, but I get there and, you know, I'm still not hearing from my ticket hookup. I'm getting a little worried I'm about to have to pay $70 to get into this bitch all weekend. And then I text some random number that my hookup gave me, like, when I'm supposed to go to Chicago. And he's like, oh, I told him last night that I didn't have any more calls. So I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. But he's like, he's like, are you here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm staying at the hotel. I was like, I'm up in my room right now. He's like, what room? I tell him whatever. He's like, all right, let me see if I can find any since you're already here. I'll fix this fuck up again, which I'm amused by. So like, you know, I'm feeling it. I'm talking to Corey. I'm like, dude, we're about to have to pay to get in. But fuck it, we're already here. We're on vacation. What the fuck's another $70, right?
Exactly.
So, you know, like about 5 minutes goes by, and I get a knock on the door. And so I go open it, and he's like, Vic? I'm like, yeah. He's like, here you go. Gives me two wristbands and walks away. I get some fucking mafia shit. And I look at Corey, I'm like, that was motherfucking Ed Gonzalez.
And for anybody who doesn't know, Eddie Gonzalez was a Ohio wrestler. Maybe not a well-known one, but his wife has big tits.
Yes, and his wife is a big horror fanatic. And like he does a horror podcast, or I think it's like a horror/wrestling podcast they do for on the Days of the Dead podcast network or whatever it is. So I don't know if you knew that or not, but there's a little tidbit for you.
I did actually, but I'd forgotten because I didn't care.
Yeah, I've never listened to it, so I can't vouch for it. But his wife has awesome tattoos, and that's all that really matters.
Also, he was excited about our Four Loko that one time we were getting drunk at EPW
or Wolfpack or whatever the fuck it was.
EPW, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's EPW, right. Evolution Pro. Yeah. He was excited we snuck in there with him. While both fans were trying to train people.
Yeah, that was an interesting night.
It was. You were the ring announcer for people that don't like you.
That's what's so funny.
Oh, that was amazing. And I don't say a damn word either.
Yep.
But anyway, so like that all gets squared away, so we're good. I think this is probably one of the best lineups that I've met at a convention. Like, you had people from the New It, you had people from the Old It, you had a bunch of first-time guests. Like, everybody from Jason Takes Manhattan that was there was first-timers, except for obviously Kane. And I think BC Dupree's done like one or two, but nothing major. But the two chicks were both brand new to this, so that was awesome. They were awesome.
Let me first say also, your favorite conventions are Days of the Dead, correct? I've always been a Scarefest guy, but Days of the Dead
are by far my favorite convention.
There's more to do at Days of the Dead than there is Scarefest. The only thing I ever liked about Scarefest, other than the guests, are like, you know, when they have things like Christine or the riding a casket kind of thing.
Scarefest does more of that stuff, and that stuff's cool. Days of the Dead does more. It's more about like their tagline is "Where the dead comes to party." So I mean, like they have all the fucking big ass parties, and they have concerts and other shit that normally we don't get to do because we're not there all weekend. We don't stay in the host hotel, yada yada yada. Which I'll get more into that later. But yeah, Days of the Dead is my favorite convention. I've been to every one of them now. Obviously, I won't get to Charlotte this year for other personal reasons, you know, like deathmatch wrestling, because that's more important in life. But
it may not be more important if it were local.
Yes, I mean, if it was local, then I could do the convention during the day and the deathmatch at night.
Yeah, we can't be leaving the fucking state whenever we have a King of the Death matches going on. And that'll be big for me because I'll be, like, craving a death match tournament.
Yeah, that'd be like your first show in probably, like, a year or something.
I'd like to go to Prince, but I don't have any guarantees. March is going to be busy for me.
Oh, yeah. At least Prince is only one day, so it might be feasible.
Especially if I can take the boys. We'll see.
Yeah, there you go. They like a little deathmatch wrestling in them.
No, especially Tom. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, he loves it. That's more of an E guy, but I think he enjoys it a little bit. But yeah, man, like this lineup, man, I dropped damn near $400 on guests, and none of them were duplicates to me, which tells you how diverse and awesome the lineup was. Like I said, you had the black kid and the fat kid from the new it and the old it, which I thought was funny. Like, nobody else from either it, just the fat kid and the black kid. But I think my favorite guest of the weekend was Marlon, who was the black kid from the original it. Like, he was awesome. Like, he was amazing.
1 mile. Take exit 17. On right. Going into Massacre Park, go south.
He's even got a red balloon tattoo behind his ear, so we were checking out our matching tattoo.
Nice.
But that dude was fucking awesome. BC Dupree, he was awesome. I mean, I can't forget Meg Foster, who was amazing, and she cried to me for like 15 minutes at Roddy Piper because she had to look at all my autographs, and then she saw Piper's autograph, and she's like, "Oh my God, you got him." I'm like, yeah, I got him like 3 or 4 years ago, whatever. And and then she starts telling me how great of a guy he was and how much he meant to her. And she wouldn't be active if it wasn't for Piper. And she didn't like wrestling until she met Piper. And then she went home and told her son that, hey, I'm doing a movie with Roddy Piper. And like, then her son like tackled her and body slammed her or something because he was so happy about it. Like, legit, she talked to me and Corey for probably 15 to 20 minutes and cried about half of it. And, like, she was amazing. It was awesome. I know you met her before. I didn't meet her at that time. There's a picture of her on my Facebook giving me a kiss. And, like, she was in love with me. And she was awesome.
Yeah, she was super awesome whenever I met her at Nashville at Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Convention. She was awesome then.
Yeah. So, she genuinely, is that right? Yeah. Seems like she really loves the fans, and like I think honestly she would go to conventions and do it for free really if her agent would let her. Like she didn't know what the prices were at first of it. She didn't even care. Like she had to ask somebody, like, because I have my own items, she had to ask somebody how much they charged. Because she didn't care about the money, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
I got a Karate Kid poster signed because, I mean, yeah, Karate Kid's not horror, but it's Karate Kid, so fuck y'all. I met Danielson, which was amazing. He wouldn't shake my hand. He gave me a fist bump because his wife is a nurse, and she said, "You're going to a convention with all them people. Don't touch people." So he was giving fist bumps to everybody, which is whatever. His wife, because it was his first convention ever, I believe. So his wife was like, "Don't touch people." So he had to listen to the wife. But I do want to say Martin Cove is still the worst guest I've ever met. This time, it's like the entire time I was meeting him, he was on the phone with his agent trying to get a movie booked. Like, that's fine, dude. Get paid, but fuck you, bro. Like I'm so like. You know what I'm saying? I was so done with him, dude. Like, he was on the phone. Like, I walked over there, and he was on the phone. Like, and this is as I'm getting the it guest. So after I get the it guest, I go around to Danielson, and I get him, and then I come back around to Johnny. I get him, who was cool as fuck. And I think he was cool the first time. I think I was just turned off by Martin Cole because he's a dickhead. And then, like, I get to him, and this dude's on the phone the entire time, and, like, bitch, why you charging $30? You're a bum. For real. No, I think he was on 25. He knew he was above me. But yeah.